King Charles and his Queen Consort, Camilla, returned to Buckingham Palace in a motorcade through London today. In a spectacular moment, the 73-year-old king left his Rolls-Royce to shake hands with the masses gathered outside the palace.
Nice to meet you. All the very best.
One woman even kissed him on the cheek. But he took it in good humor. It's an indication he plans to bring a personal human touch to his reign. CBS News correspondent Holly Williams was there. What was your reaction to this spectacular scene when the crowd greeted King Charles?
It was just extraordinary, wasn't it? I think that we were witnessing this really profound moment in history. You know, the new king, King Charles III, Queen Consort Camilla, it's still so extraordinary to hear them called that, arrived to sort of greet these crowds outside of Buckingham Palace. Really amazing scenes.
Inside Edition also spoke with TV personality Amanda Holden, who paid her respects to the late monarch, Queen Elizabeth. She says King Charles has trained his whole life for this moment.
I honestly think that we as a nation are looking now for someone to put their arms around us, and I think that King Charles III is the man for the job. I think that we are hugely respectful of our Queen, and I think we want to fulfill her wishes. You know, she wanted us to embrace her son. He'll be a different kind of king, a very modern one, but I feel like he's totally ready for the job.
King Charles held his first meeting with his Prime Minister Liz Truss and shared about his loss.
It's the moment I've been dreading.
And the new king spoke for the first time as monarch.
I too now solemnly pledge myself, throughout the remaining time God grants me, to uphold the constitutional principles at the heart of our nation.
Hundreds of millions watched around the world as he gave a somber address on British TV. And he offered an olive branch to his feuding son, Harry.
I want also to express my love for Harry and Meghan as they continue to build their lives overseas.
For a downcast Prince Harry, it was a lonesome return to London. He was the last to arrive at the Queen's Castle in Scotland, too late to bid her goodbye, and was first to leave.
Harry's come back separately on a commercial flight, which is a bit strange.
His American wife, Meghan Markle, stayed in London, fearing her criticisms of the royal family made her unwanted, according to the BBC.
She might not be terribly warmly welcomed, to be perfectly candid about it.
DailyMail.com female editor Charlie Langston.
Harry and Meghan are no longer working members of the royal family. Now, the interesting thing will be where Harry and Meghan are placed in terms of seating at the funeral.
This is the first glimpse of Kate in black and wearing dark glasses. She drove herself from Windsor Castle. It was a day of somber pomp and circumstance. There were coordinated gun salutes across London, 96 volleys, one for every year of the Queen's life. The soulful bells of Windsor Castle, only rung on the death of a monarch, tolled for the first time in 70 years. Other great bells across London joined the solemn chorus. The Queen's death dominated the front pages of newspapers in Britain and the U.S., marking the end of an era. Now that Charles is king, there are big changes in the line of succession. William is next in line to the throne, and he and Kate become Prince and Princess of Wales. Their children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, become second, third, and fourth in line of succession. Prince Harry moves to fifth, and his children, Archie and Lilibet, become Prince and Princess. They are sixth and seventh. But it may be generations before there is another queen.
It's going to be maybe 150 years from now, if we ever get another female in that line. So it's a huge adjustment. Having a feminine leader does make you feel like she's the mother of the country.
The Queen will lie in state in Westminster for 4 days next week. Her funeral will take place in Westminster Abbey in 10 days' time, and she'll be buried next to her late husband, Prince Philip, whose funeral she attended last April. Britain is now a nation in mourning, but one comforted by the accession of a new king, who, judging by this extraordinary scene, is already developing the common touch.